If I were listing my own home in Gillette right now, with everything I know after closing hundreds and hundreds of homes since 2014, here's exactly what I would do. And this is the same advice I give my sellers when we're preparing to list what is often their largest asset. First, I would not be afraid of timing. Spring is a great time to list because it's convenient. Early summer is a great time to list. Pictures are, so great. The only real difference seasonally is competition. Late May and into summer, we typically see more listings hit the market. More inventory simply means more competition. But buyers are buying year round. Homes sell in January, March, and July, and the market does not shut off. It just shifts. So I would not sit on the sidelines waiting for a perfect week or a certain week in the spring, like I often hear people say. I would focus on preparation because preparation matters more than any season. First, I would prep aggressively. I mean, declutter, we're gonna neutralize any bold colors, anything on the counters, we're gonna completely clear off. We're gonna deep clean. If that's not your jam, I totally suggest hiring a professional to come in and literally deep clean because they're gonna pay attention to the baseboards, the blinds, the things that you probably don't get all the time. The next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna have you fix the little things before they even become like a big negotiation problem. Is the faucet drippy? It needs to be fixed. That loose doorknob, fix it. The scuffed paint on baseboards, you're gonna wanna touch it up. The tiny details are what buyers notice, and especially the experienced buyers. Next, I would look at homes currently on the market. Not emotionally, but strategically. You need to size up the competition. Go scroll through realtor.com or Zillow and look at the photos. What's standing out to you is messy? What stands out is impressive? What feels dark or what feels inviting? What makes you stop and go, ooh? Then I would ask myself honestly, does my home compete visually? Because buyers are gonna compare the exact same way. They're not just gonna compare price, they're gonna compare presentation. They're gonna wanna get the most bang for their buck. And according to national listing prep studies, like from sites on realtor.com and other major platforms, the top things that consistently increase buyer appeal include clean and neutral spaces. So shocking. That red kitchen may need to go. Bright lighting. I tell everyone, change all your light bulbs, make them all match. Sometimes I come in and we got some Edison and then warm light and then daylight and they're all just clashing. That makes for a terrible photo. Then you're gonna wanna minimalize all the clutter. I'm talking about all the pictures you have lined up, or your bathroom counters that are full of all the hair products. Guilty, I know, I do the same thing. But we need to take that off. It's gonna make the space look really clean and just open. You need to do fresh paint where it's needed. Those scuffs on the baseboards, those are the first thing that any big buyer is going to look at. Like, if that's scuffed, what else are they hiding? You need to make your bed. It's shocking that I have to say this, but there are so many people that don't make their beds habitually, so I feel like I need to say this. Sparkling bathrooms. We need to have the bathrooms just very, very clean. Shower curtains pulled back so you can see if it's tiled or an insert. And is there staining on the tub? We need to get that clean as well. You're gonna want your kitchen to be inviting. Shocker, I know, but you want to make somebody feel like they could come cook their family dinner in it. And yes, smell matters. Take the trash out from last night. Your home should smell like a super nice hotel. You know, the ones where you walk in and it's just feels light and airy, and the smell is something that you would recognize because it hits you in the face and it's like a breath of fresh air. That's what we want your home to smell like. Not like your dog or candles or last night's dinner. I love dogs, but buyers don't want to smell Fido when they walk in. You're gonna need to allow all showings. I know it's inconvenient and I know it disrupts life, but accessibility equals opportunity. The more difficult it is to show your home, the fewer buyers are gonna actually walk through it. And buyers do not reschedule as often as sellers hope they will. Beds made, bathrooms shining, kitchen clean and uncluttered, counters clear, lights on, blinds adjusted for natural light. It is the tiny details that often make the biggest differences. Now let's talk about pricing. This is kind of the difficult topic of the whole video, but if it was my listing and my home, I would price it based on not what I need. I would price it based on not what the neighbor sold for 5 years ago. I would definitely not price it on what 22 prices were. I would price it based on 2 days competition and comps. So active listings are not comps, they're competition. And I know real estate agents always throw around the word comps. Comps are short for comparables, and comparables are closed listings that are actually going to be what's backing the pricing on your house. Overpricing does not create any leverage for you, and it doesn't create anything good. It creates stagnation. Momentum in the first week is powerful, and we want to do all we can do to capitalize on that. When you've closed nearly $500 million in volume like I have, you start to see clear patterns in every type of market. And this always remains true. Homes that are prepped well and priced strategically move. Homes that are almost ready and just a little high, they're gonna sit. So here's how I see it. If you can handle preparing the property, I will handle the strategy, the professional videography, photos, positioning, exposure, negotiation. Teamwork truly makes it work. And the sellers that work next to me doing all their part and allowing showings, keeping the property great and inviting, they typically sell their home faster and for the most money. Selling your home is not about luck. It's about a strategic plan, discipline, and following through. You don't need luck in this market, you need leverage. And that's exactly what I build for my clients. If this was helpful, subscribe for straight, real market insight. And when you're ready to make a move in Northeastern Wyoming, let's talk.